Our guest tonight is Ring of Honor star Chris Sabin. How you doing?
I'm doing tremendous. How are you guys
Ah,
doing?
cannot even complain. Cannot complain. We got you on the show. I told you that before. See, I told you I'd blow smoke all day. It's what I do. You will be ringside for the Addictions Tag Team title match against the Kingdom at Friday's Glory by Honor national TV taping in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Boy, is that a mouthful. What should fans unfamiliar with the rivalry expect from this matchup, and will you be able to neutralize the threat Maria Kanellis poses?
Man, I mean, I think what people can expect from this match is what Ring of Honor delivers time and time again, and that's good, amazing in-ring action. I think that's what separates Ring of Honor from anything else in the wrestling world today. I mean, the standards are so high for the wrestling there, that you get really pure wrestling fans who really enjoy that in-ring kind of stuff. But so, I mean, you'll definitely see that. These four guys in this tag match are four of the best wrestlers out there right now, and of course, Daniels and Kazarian are looking to win those tag team titles back, but we'll see what happens. I could probably help them out a little bit. They got Maria. Maybe I can shake my booty a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that'll distract Maria.
Well, you'd sell it for me, man. You distract me. I don't know if that says, maybe that says more about me than it says about you, but that is what it is. Mike Chiari?
Well, you've been back with Ring of Honor for a while now, and your style has obviously always meshed really well with what ROH likes to do. But what went into your decision to return to ROH, and how would you say things are different for you now in comparison to your previous stints with the company?
I mean, basically my decision was just wanting to work anywhere that was willing to give me work, working anywhere that wanted to pay me. And ROH and I just made contact and worked something out. And, I have a little bit of history there. Don't have as much history as most of the guys that have worked there throughout the years. I've only been there sporadically throughout the last 10 years or so. But I don't know. I just enjoy Ring of Honor. I mean, they have a really great crew. The production, is getting so much better. But you know what? I think like the biggest thing about the Ring of Honor locker room is the passion. Like, I don't know. People can say, this locker room is the most passionate. This locker room is the most passionate. But I mean, I think I can fully, confidently say that Ring of Honor has the most passionate locker room that I've ever been in. So that has a lot to do with it. You want to be surround yourself with like-minded people who love the business as much as yourself.
BG?
The Addiction have gotten their characters over in a major way in recent years. Have you learned anything from working so closely with them, perhaps in character development?
Yeah, I would say those guys are really good talkers, and I would say that's probably my weakest point is talking. And so I think being with those guys and just being around them as they perform just helps me out, as far as a talking standpoint goes. So I would say that, but I've been around those guys since pretty much I started at TNA. I've known both of them for, over 10 years. So.
While you've been great in your role helping the Addiction, many fans can't wait to see your return to in-ring action. It was reported that you suffered an injury earlier this year. So could you update us on your health and when we can expect to see you wrestling again?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, getting better. I got a little other stuff going on outside of wrestling right now, moving and all this stuff. But, I'll probably start wrestling again sometime next year, I would imagine. I want to take it easy and fully heal up. I had a pinched nerve in my neck that was, a disc was bulging out, pinching it. And I was getting symptoms down my arm and everything. And I just, that's not fun. When you're getting numbness, pins and needles tingling down your arm and in your hand and finger, no feeling. Like, I just want to make sure that it's 100% fully healed before I get back in the ring. Because, obviously wrestling isn't an easy business on the body. So just want to make sure I take care of my health long term.
Mike Chiari?
You were part of one of the best tag teams in recent memory, the Motor City Machine Guns, along with Alex Shelley. And I know a lot of fans would love to see a reunion at some point between you two. So what would you say the odds are that you guys eventually get back together for another run? And what would your level of interest be in doing that?
Yeah, I would enjoy it. Honestly, that was probably one of the most fun and I don't know how can I put this, like one of the most progressive times, like it's one of the most, just the best times for me that I've had in my wrestling career was tagging with Alex Shelley. I mean, especially nowadays because tag team wrestling has been, at the forefront a lot more than it has been in years past. So, with guys like the Young Bucks and Red Dragon and the Addiction and Kingdom, all these guys, you know, Briscoe brothers. I want to wrestle all these guys in tag team matches that I would need Alex Shelley to do. So, I mean, I would have a high interest in definitely doing it. What are the chances? I don't know. I guess I would say 50-50, you know. Alex and I, you know, are still close. We still talk and everything. We're still buddies. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
BG?
You spoke earlier about some pretty serious injuries. Do you think you're going to have to change your wrestling style when you come back?
I possibly, and honestly, it all really depends on, you know, how I feel when I actually get back into the ring, just to see how my body feels once I start taking bumps and just moving around, and you know, it's really rough, you know. So it really depends. You know, I haven't really been in the ring yet because I wanted to give myself enough time to heal, but you know, once I actually get in the ring and see how my body tolerates wrestling again, then, you know, I'll be able to have a better answer then.
You have worked for several major wrestling companies during your career, but one you haven't worked for is WWE. With the rise of NXT, what are your thoughts on the brand, and is there any interest from you in a possible run with NXT in the future?
Look, I mean, right now my focus is on Ring of Honor, and I want to help them as much as possible. But the entire reason that I got into the wrestling business, and the entire reason that it was my dream growing up, was because of WWE. That's what I watched as a little kid. That was it was my life. I mean, it still is my life, but I mean, I was just absolutely obsessed with like 90s WWF. So to say that I wouldn't go there, you know, is a lie. Of course I would go there. That's the big stage. That's where I want to work. That's where you gain the most success and where you can accomplish the most. So yeah, of course I have interest in going there.
Mike Chiari?
You haven't had a chance to wrestle for them yet, but you're currently listed as part of Global Force Wrestling's roster. What drew you to GFW, and what are your plans for involvement in that company moving forward?
Actually, no plans right now. I'm not booked for anything with them. They asked me to be a part of a couple of their television tapings in Vegas, but unfortunately I wasn't able to make it because of the injury. So there's nothing planned. You know, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't talked to anyone about that Global Force or about Global Force in months. So I may be part of the roster, but I have no idea what's going on.
BG?
GFW recently invaded TNA. Would you be interested in seeing a crossover between Ring of Honor and another company such as GFW?
Well, I mean, it depends on how it is done, you know, because obviously it just happened on television a couple months ago. Like, you know, you need to let that settle and not try to do the same thing that, you know, another company was trying to do. So I mean, it really all depends, you know, on how it's done, who's involved with it. You know, that's a hard thing to do because each wrestling promotion, whoever the promoter is or the owner, you know, they're going to want to come out looking good no matter what. That's kind of hard when you have to have a winner and a loser. So, you know, yeah, I'd be interested in it, but you know, it definitely depends on the circumstances.
A huge thank you to Chris Sabin for coming on the show. Catch him and Ring of Honor this weekend at Glory by Honor 14. Tell the fans where they can support you, man.
They can support me by following me on Twitter, I guess, at Super Chris Sabin. That's my only social media account. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram or any of that stuff. Only Twitter. Yeah, so support me through there. Send me a tweet. Say hello.